Hey. Of course we have to start this video off with a Young Justice / Nightwing edit. I feel like there really isn't another way to start it off. Anywho, welcome back to another episode of the Ordinary Girl Diaries. I think it would be a fun idea to do kind of like an introvert trying new things series. So in order to conquer this semi-quarter life crisis, we gotta be organized first and foremost. As I'm thinking of it off the dome, I'm thinking step 1, find activities that you actually want to do. Step 2, find exactly how, when, and where this is all going to take place. Be organized in that fact. Actually plan out your weekend. And step 3, actually do them. It doesn't seem that stinking hard, so this should be fairly easy. I want to make like my mini corner of the internet as real as possible. I wanted it to be a clear representation of what's actually happening in my life. I mentioned it in another video that I felt like I was going through a quarter life crisis, and I have been realizing something that the Lord has taught me in 2024 is that being alone, yes, is good, and it is good to retreat and have your alone time, but it's not good to waste away your time that God has given you. I have become more aware of the enjoyment that we as human beings, as Christians, that we're supposed to take in the Lord, having fun. Like, those things are not exclusive from being a Christian. And I think I have been such an introvert for so long that doing things outside of like my typical routine is a little bit challenging. I found myself over the past couple of weeks being like, okay, another Saturday. I feel like I've gotten into such a routine to where I am limiting myself in a sense of like actually enjoying life. I'll try to put the like picture that I always reference when I think like, oh my gosh, like I'm 23, like life is over, like I'm so old. And then on the other hand, I'm like, oh my goodness, like I'm 23, like I have so much life left to live. My goal is, as of now, to get 4 to 5 activities that I'm going to do. And I have my handy dandy laptop with me. I will share my screen to a certain point as we plan out some things. I am going to pull up Pinterest and we're gonna get to work. I have Pinterest pulled up. I'm actually gonna share my screen. Okay, so I think my first step is I want to just make a folder of things that I want to do. So I think the first aesthetic or first thing that I wanted to do was I wanted to go to the bookstore. So I think adding bookstores onto, oops, wrong folder. I need to make a new folder. So we're gonna just do that. The area that I live in, there are a couple bookstores that I just off the rip want to go and visit. So we just want to add to that aesthetic. So we've got a couple bookstores to pull some inspiration from. I think going to like a coffee shop would be fun. Just to like go out, get a coffee, not a coffee, I don't drink coffee, but try a matcha art museum. I don't think I'm very profound in my thoughts, so I don't think I'm gonna be going to this art museum coming up with any ideas or any thoughts that are relevant, but you know what? We can at least enjoy it. Okay, so we have bookshops, coffee shop, art museum. What else can we do? Now that I think about it, shout out to SJ, okay? She said God didn't make this whole world beautiful for you to sit in the house, ma'am. That is making me think like it's fall time. What can I do outside? How can I still enjoy the outdoors? And I'm thinking like pumpkin patch, fall festival, something like that. Okay, so what we're gonna look up on Pinterest with that idea is like a fall festival, things like this, like a corn maze or like a hayride. Can we get a hayride in here? The last time I did something like that, I was literally like was I 15 or like 16 years old or something like that. And oh my gosh. Okay, I can bake, so like Let me do like baking aesthetic. I love how everything is like aesthetic when you're on Pinterest. So let's add something like baking. Like we could have a whole day of like trial and error baking. We've got some cookies, we've got some cinnamon rolls. Okay, what is this? Muffins. This can be a group thing. This can be an individual thing. A pie. I don't know if I'm bold enough to make a pie. I don't think I am bold enough to make a pie, but heart-shaped brownies, are you kidding me? That is so cute. Wait, this is turning out to be like lots of fun ideas. I'm here for it. But a good cookie and a good brownie and a good cinnamon roll are great additions. Let me just look up things like autumn. I don't think I spelled autumn right. There's a U that's missing. Maybe like a movie marathon, do like a rom-com like movie watch. I've watched a few rom-coms, but I haven't watched a lot of the classics. Hold on, I can't think and talk apparently. Last year I also watched autumn rom-coms, and you can't find anything? Oh, okay. No, but I don't want romance books. Okay, period. Here we go. Period. What's on this list? Period. Oh my gosh. Okay. You've Got Mail, When Harry Meets Sally, Fantastic Mr. Fox, Good Will Hunting, one of my favorite movies ever, like of all time. Oh my gosh, wait. So yeah, that is definitely on there, but also let's go ahead and add like an apple farm. I was actually talking to a friend and he was saying how he and his sisters had gone to an apple farm. Fall flavored donuts. Okay, here's another movie list. Harry Potter, 4 years ago? Was it really 4 years ago? 2020, 4 years ago. Oh my gosh. Anywho, 4 years ago I watched the Harry Potter series for the first time as an adult. I already watched the Harry Potter series. Knives Out, that does give fall aesthetic. Dead Poets Society was actually filmed in the state where I grew up. That's like my fun fact. Twilight Saga, low-key, yes, low-key, yeah. We might have to do like a girls movie binge or something like that. So now let's actually look at the board. In the board, we have bookstores, that's on the list, coffee shops on the list, art museums on the list, fall festival, baking, fall movies, apple picking, things like that. I'm here for it. Oh yeah, oh my gosh, how could I forget? Farmers markets, there's literally so many farmers markets. Am I looking at the wrong, can I not spell? I don't know, maybe I can't. Now, we're gonna transition to fall book reading. In terms of like fall-esque books, I don't know if I have too many fall-esque books. On my fall TBRs, I have Talking at Night and then Out on a Limb. You see how I'm scrolling instead of worried about my future? Not very demure. Okay, we were talking about books until I got distracted. Let's see if I can get some inspiration. I actually am gonna get out of the kind of fall book thing and I want to look for more dark-ish academia books. I want to read more literary fiction, and I think the aesthetic for literary fiction in the fall time is more like dark academia. I don't particularly have too much of a preference when it comes to literary fiction books. The one thing I don't like books that make a mockery out of God. And I also don't like books that are so grotesque that you really are starting to question basic morality. Let's see. Let's see. Interesting. Let's go to this page. Ideas for book read board. I did want to read These Violent Delights. That's been on my TBR for a couple years now. I haven't read The Lovely War, but I did hear that The Lovely War was good. I did want to read Babel. I don't know about The Idiot. I think one of my friends, I think she read The Idiot because she is actually a thoughtful person. Literally one of the smartest people I know. Shout out to you, Chezzy Bear. I'm gonna try to put my library book on my list. Okay, so here we are, a part of the Introvert Diaries. Let's scroll to the bottom, take you through some of the ideas that we have. Step 1 was make a list of activities, things you want to do. Step 2, we'll actually plan out a couple of them. Do that in the next part. And then step 3, we'll actually go and do it. Can you hear my laptop? Can you hear it? Yeah, she's not doing too well. This is the Introvert Diaries list, okay? I think we were pretty successful. I feel kind of hopeful now with some of the things that I want to do, some of the things that I am hoping to do in the future. That was super fun. Hopefully in the next video I will start organizing this list of things to do, actually asking people, seeing plans through. Okay, you're coming along with me. So if you relate to any of this, if this even ends up on the internet, we'll see what all of this ends up being. Yeah, that is gonna be it for today. I will see you when I see you.